The Haze Hour is sponsored by Janty, pioneers in e-cigs.
It's the middle of the night. Dark. Quiet. And I came down for a drink. What you do, you know? But I've been in a hangout. Any of you's been in hangouts? Google Hangouts. Grateful. I've been in a hangout. And it's not the first time I've been in a hangout. And I did a little bit of recording because I thought, I'm sure a lot of you would like to see what us lot talk about when we're not talking e-cigs, or sometimes even when we are talking e-cigs. The bird's not asleep. But I thought, I'll let you lot have a look. So I'm going to share a few bits of hangouts so that I can encourage you all to join the hangouts. More vapors we get out there, the better. So, without any more ado, didn't tell anybody I'm doing this, mate. I'll get into trouble between thee and me. Here's some film of the hangout. Enjoy.
Don't Google anything like that.
There you go. Screaming beans.
Already got an app that does screaming beans, Bob, on your iPod.
It doesn't need the iPod.
No, just turn them on.
Oh, I like that.
I tell you, Bob, I was going to show off my raspberries in a minute.
Go on, then. I need a bloody good laugh.
Don't be bloody stupid. I'd rather be wearing a fleece jacket.
You doing anything else when I'm out? Stick the device in my pocket and just keep using it like at home.
Dripping on the windy days a bit. Hit and miss.
I think it's more convenient to have a tank.
Yeah, that's the amount of juice I go through. I need a decent tank.
So you get through a lot of juice?
I'm up to about 7-8 mil a day now.
So do you find you've increased the amount of juice you've used since you started vaping?
Yeah, a lot.
I have massively.
I think you do naturally, to be honest.
But why do you think you do?
I think you get away from thinking how many cigs is this equivalent to.
And you just enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah, when I started off, I was using it similar to a cigarette. I'd be using it for a bit and putting it down.
Also,
using it for a bit.
It takes a while to find your flavour, to find what's just right for you, and when you do, you're like, ooh, nice. So you vape a bit more.
It's like a bar of chocolate, you kind of stop till you finish the entire bar.
You know, when you first start, you think, how many cigs is this equivalent to? And to be honest, personal stopped me thinking about that. What's wrong? Because he says, why do people try and equivalent equivocate it to cigarettes, and I think, oh, he's right in a way, because they're not cigs.
All I did was adjust the nicotine level till I got to a level I liked, where I could use it all the time.
This is the thing, I must admit, it's all down to finding a decent flavour. So, anybody stuck with the flavour they originally started with?
I still use menthol, but not as my soul vape anymore. I now have sort of 3 that I alternate with.
What
I
about
know that a lot use the RY4s and the RY high fives and stick with them.
Well, that was
Flavour.
my next question, because RY4 was the most popular. Right back when I started, it was always RY4, and that went on and on and on. And it seems to be only in the last year that we've got this huge choice of flavours appeared.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And I'm not seeing as many people saying, you know, that my staple is RY4 anymore.
See, I could never get away with it myself.
I think it's another.
So, our Wi-Fi's changed.
I think it's not just that though. I think it's another subject to do with taste. And I don't know if we covered it or I read it somewhere about, like, you know, when you vape juice for so long, you kind of, it doesn't taste of anything anymore. It's not as stable, and so that you move to something else, and then your taste buds become alive again. But then you eventually go back to it, and the flavour's incredible.
That's why I have my 3 that I alternate. Because if I vape menthol for too long, you get menthol mouth where you can't taste anything. And then I'll alternate between Serenity and Rose. And when I'm sick of the sweet flavours, go back to menthol. And that freshens the palate all over again to start on the flavours again.
Does anybody else use more than one flavour?
Yes.
I do
I
now.
think everybody does, don't they?
I do
I
now.
use menthol in the morning when I get up and all the way to work. During the day, I use a natural tobacco. And then when I come home, whatever I can use 3 or 4 different ones during the evening. Dripping.
Right.
Yeah, I pretty much stick to the one flavour.
See, but because when I first started watching, Kat, you used to like coconut ice.
And that's what I'm using right now.
All right, okay, because then you obviously were using that, and then you were into the Applegani.
And that one's downstairs. I've sort of reverted back to that. That I use coconut ice at night and Applegani during the day. Although I must admit the last 2 days it's been coconut ice all the time. Because I found it again, it's lush.
Yeah, I'm in a Serenity phase at the minute.
It was her with the Serenity started me off, and I made coconut
But I
ice
was like
again.
that with the Serenity, and then I found I was vaping it too much, and it just tasted like nothing.
Yeah.
So I put it away, and then when I got out the car the other day, it was awesome again.
Yeah, I've just gone back to Serenity. I went from Serenity back to Rose, and then from Rose back to Menthol, and now I'm back on Serenity.
At the minute, I've mixed an apple menthol up, which is what I'm using, and it's quite nice, but I'll give it a week and I'll be wanting something else. I know fine well.
One of my absolute favourites was Smurfberry menthol from Paradise Vape, but the blue colour really does put me off. But the flavour, you've got that blueberry and with that hint of menthol in it. It's so fresh. The flavour.
Flavour without the colour.
Yes, it's a real fresh. And then I was sent the blueberry candy by, funny enough, the Fun Machine Mike. And that is awesome. But Daz has never bloody got it. So, you know, when I first started vaping, I had, like everyone else, tried tobacco flavours. And out of all of them, I stuck with Trog's favourite, which is Flu Cured. There was just something about it that I thought, well, yeah, it's sort of not too bad. But after a while, it makes your mouth taste like an old sock. You know?
Johnson's Creek do a beautiful Flu Cured.
Must admit though, I've never tasted an old sock.
Chew on your own, girl. You're not having mine.
But the point I'm trying to make here is it would appear that the majority of people are, the taste buds get too used to something and they no longer taste it. So they change it to another flavour, and that sort of kick-starts you again, doesn't it?
It does. You know, me and Kirst had this discussion around about a month or so ago about RY High 5. Now, I like the hoppiness that it gives, the flavour of the hoppiness. It's like because it reminds me of when I was a kid walking through Romford Market and the brewery brewing up.
And
you had
that's
that smell of
exactly
the
why I
hops coming
can't
over
stand
from
it.
the brewery. And that the flavour reminds me of the smell, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the exact same reason to me why I can't
Well,
stand
you can't stand it, that's right.
I hate the smell of hops.
Now, I've tried various RY4s, from Paradise Vapes to the decaying one, and every one of them is really artificially sweet, and it's like a sickening sweet to me. The only one I can get away with, and I really do enjoy, and I'm getting through bottles of it, is the Liberty Flights one. It's not overly sweet. I think
The
it's
thing that I
marvellous.
found with the decang, when I first started and I started getting into the decangs, and you'll remember because I was vaping cheesecake for bloody ages, and I was really, really enjoying it. But when I think I found Raw or one of the others.
Was it the mini meat when you discovered coconut ice? You just went nuts?
And I just went absolutely crazy, and I've never touched a Kang since. And I tried it the other day, and even Alan tried it, and he went, taste that and tell us if it tastes like cheesecake. And I went, oh, nah. I said, well, I've been vaping that for like ages. And he went, yeah. I went, it's awful. And I'm stuck
Probably
with 4 bottles of
started it when you first started vaping, though, Daz.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. No, it's exactly, it's to do with you know, you changing taste.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, you might have tried some juices that you didn't like, but if you went back to now, it might be a totally different story, because that's happened to me.
It's like the roast apple. Now, I know Sav bought it, because I got it as a sample of Andy. And I said to Sav, I says, I quite like it. Now Sav doesn't. And the one thing that I would say about the Strapple is it's kind of like very citrusy, but in a sense like acidic.
It's that acetone apple, though.
And but I like it because of and the reason I like it is what amazes me more is it tastes like strawberry and apple. You know, putting that at one side, and that's what impresses me more is a flavour that tastes like it's supposed to.
Yeah, it definitely does that.
That's why I don't like coffee, because coffee tastes like coffee. I love coffee, but if it's not sweet coffee and just tastes like black coffee, I can't stand it.
Well, the coffee ones tend to taste like coffee sweets.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I love my cup of coffee, but don't give me a chocolate with bloody coffee inside.
No, Julie's the
I
same.
love coffee sweets.
Yeah, she can't stand any coffee cake, coffee liqueurs, anything like that.
I absolutely love
real coffee, and that's it.
No.
You know.
I love my coffee, but not that. There.
You know, coffee with a liqueur in it, something like Tia Maria, then that's a different thing entirely. But the flavours, I think a lot of the flavours we try to remember what we used to have when we were kids. You know, I went through a stage of pear, lemon and things like that, because it reminded me of the sweets I used to buy when I was kids, like pear drops, lemon bonbons, that sort of thing, sherbet lemons, apple and custards and what have you. You can't quite get the taste, but there is one juice I love, but I can't vape it for long because it makes me want to heave, and that's absinthe.
Oh, gorgeous.
You know?
Yeah.
Now, that reminds me, I don't know, you'll probably remember this more than the others because of our ages, Kat. But years ago, could buy little round, hard-boiled sweets that were green, and they tasted just like absinthe. It's like a spearmint flavour to it.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of them, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and absolutely beautiful.
But I agree with you. The absinthe, that first drag you take is, oh my God, this is to die for.
Yes.
And you go on and on and on until you literally do feel as though you're going to vomit.
I'm going to bath. Yeah, exactly.
And you get to the point where you can't even go anywhere near the smell of it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like that. I stay away from it for months and months on end, and then I think, oh, you know what I fancy? What about everybody saw these, I think, because we showed them on one of the, I'm not sure if it was the Witching Hour show, but one of the shows. There's a company out there that is selling what passes for an e-cig, but they aren't. They are for dieters.
Le whiff.
Yeah, so obviously there's no nicotine in, it's just the flavouring. Anybody admit to having thought of your e-cig or used the flavourings instead of chocolate, etc.?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
You have, Dougie. Why?
I used to eat.
Come on, tell us.
It was stuff like I always like a snack later on at night, so I started to, because obviously I drip a lot in the evenings. So when I started feeling hungry, I'd put something like chocolate banana or something in, and it would keep me out of the cupboard. But it'd only work for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You know.
Yeah.
Until you know you're kidding yourself and you still go and end up raiding it anyway. So yeah, I did it.
So that makes me wonder, right, if e-cigs are not classed as tobacco products, you know, or if they are, if they contain nicotine, would they still be a medicinal aid if they are dietary products that didn't have nicotine in?
No, if it's not got the nicotine in it, in my opinion, it's not a medical aid. It's not a. I should reword that. I think
it could be if it's a dietary product, though. What to think about it?
Yes, it is.
It's been classed as an appetite suppressant, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like picking up on what Dougie said. I've tried that chocolate banana, and it reminds me of those spongy banana-shaped covered yellow bits of foam that I used to eat as a kid.
I love them.
You know,
them and the shrimps.
Yeah, and the shrimps, the pink shrimps. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it could be used as an appetite suppressant, so it would become under the medical side of things, wouldn't it?
Interesting, huh?
It is very.
The Haze Hour is brought to you by Janty, pioneers in electronic smoking.
iVapor and iVapor Elixir, based in Yorkshire, for your e-cig needs. That's ivapor.co.uk and ivapor-elixir.co.uk. iVapor and ivapor-elixir.co.uk, proud sponsors of vaportrails.tv.
And now back to the Haze Hour, sponsored by Janty.
Oh, by the way, am I evil?
I really want you to do VT. In fact, the new rule will be you will be in the doghouse doing VT talk in that language.
What?
Sav, see try my name is Helga and I am Swedish in a Swedish accent.
And I glass him in the smile.
No.
It's more humorous a day than me going to blooming vape on a Vision Ego and forgetting to put the bloody drip tip back on the top.
So do you end up with juice in your mouth?
Yeah, and I was like, honestly, I've never recoiled so bad, like in my life, like gagging and coughing and spluttering and tears streaming down my face, and oh my god, it's just not a nice experience.
No, you'll make these mistakes, so we don't have to.
It's all part of the fun.
Sure, we've all done something
It is,
like that before,
indeed.
though, surely. I mean, I've gone to vape on an atomizer and forgot to put drip tip back on it.
Round roll to Major John.
Sorry. Thank you, John.
I'll turn you up now, John. So I can hear your lovely smiling
I've got a
voice.
feeling we can't hear John at all now.
Can't hear a bloody
I'm
word
muting
now.
myself. Shut up.
That's so
I'm trying to
the
fix it. I'm trying to fix it.
He's trying to fix it.
You know one way to fix it?
We're in fun.
Headphones.
You know the V8 stripper that I bought?
The problem is, every time it's fine until you take it off one device and screw it onto another, and the moving it around moves the coil until it touches something, and then it goes tits up again.
What does?
I've got the same one that you've got, and she rewicked it with the mesh
Ah, right.
to see what that would be like. But
And
it
what's
doesn't.
it like?
Don't know. It don't work.
Well, it was fine, but
until it moves.
You've got such limited space to work with. I don't know. I don't like using silica these days. I really don't. I'm a little bit bothered about breathing in silica wicks.
Don't say that. I've just got into these.
Well, you will start thinking the same, and then start thinking.
Well, I've already thought about little fraying bits and stuff. Where's that going? Is it disintegrating into the juice and stuff?
Well, I don't know the answer because obviously, you know, I'm not a chemist or a physicist or whatever, but I don't like the idea of fiberglass being so close to your mouth and what could happen. You know, it's probably perfectly safe, but me personally, I prefer to use the mesh for that reason.
There is a few threads for people who've meshed the drippers.
Right.
Yeah, we need to spend a bit. Yeah, we need to spend a bit more time trying to get it right, because
Well,
it's
I literally
fine.
did it in 2 minutes, didn't I?
Yeah, it's fine when you've got it set, but as soon as you take it off one device and put it onto another, that twist and action of screwing it in seems to move everything around inside.
So Bob, have you not got one?
Sorry, say that again, Dougie.
You not got one, mate? No, one of these dripper things.
I haven't got one
No,
either.
I haven't got one, mate. To be honest with you,
You are not allowed anything more, Daz, until you do these bloody videos.
I was looking at it, but I'm not sure it's going to be for me. I'm quite happy with the tank thing.
I'll neck it till the other two are done, Daz.
I'll get them done. I promise I'll get them done.
Make your life a living.
I'm still going to cancel today due to lack of interest.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Oh my god, John.
Yeah.
It's like an alien.
Really bad sound.
It's like deja vu, the alien has returned.
I can't.
South.
I know.
Oh.
I know. You should have heard her shouting at the automated telephone system. It did result in me and her both shouting 11 on the phone. Just
You did you?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You git. Now you know why I mute you all the time.
Satan, go away, Satan.
Where's your cat, John?
Oh my god.
I think if somebody said that to me in that voice, I'd have nightmares.
bastard, shut up.
John's gonna have nightmares now.
Now you'll respect the sanity bubble.
That's wrong.
I don't know whether to laugh or to be terrified.
I'm terrified, mate.
This is very weird.
Yeah.
Well, what the bloody hell is it?
That is how strange.
Bob, you sound like Mrs. Brown.
This is very manly.
Got to use that voice on VTT.
No.
Who's that?
If you do that one,
Comedian, what's his name?
you sound like me, and I'll do this one, and I'll sound like you.
What's it got in its pockets?
Gollum.
That's too high pitched.
We welcome you to Munchkin Land now.
La 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 Oh,
No, he's got the wrong voice. He should have had the one before that.
I don't want to do that one.
Yeah.
Voice.
You've got to use that one on Vaping Talk because it's your own voice. But you sound like, you know, that, oh, what's his name? The one who kept on doing it with a microphone. Can't remember his bloody name now. That's him. That's him.
We'll turn it into the Gary Dibley show if we do that.
Oh, that'd be funny. That would be bloody funny. And Sav, what do you think of this we've been talking about tonight? Over to you, Sav. Anything from the floor? Anything from the chat box?
That one. That sounds like you're backwards.
Yeah.
It is.
That's like that episode of Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
And then Sam doesn't Gilbert and Sullivan.
Gilbert and Sullivan.
Oh dear.
You need to translate it.
But you got to keep a straight face when you're reading out the, you know, things in the chat box.
If not, what am I able to do?
That sounds like German.
Oh, Becky was a German Russian, isn't it? Mr. Gorbachev would love that. Is there anybody there?
Hello? Is there anybody there?
Not if you can hear me.
Hello? Is it me you're looking for? It's awful quiet.
That's not a caveman.
No, I know it's not, it's a ghost.
Oh.
That's why I'm looking at your wall.
Try my name is Helga and I am Swedish in a Swedish accent.
En jag läser mig livsmedel.
No. This woman is definitely mad. She's certifiable.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
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 Oh.
Right, Sav, do us a favour.
Hi.
Give us a nice long sentence so Kim can hear what you're talking about.
Hello. There are we can get to read. It keeps last week up there for the gift. Still really know you up there for the doctor. Give me still.
Do you know what it sounds? It sounds Welsh.
The hop. Yeah. Hop.
I wish we'd recorded this. I wish I'd put this hangout on air because this would be fun. Yeah.
You know what she's going to be doing tomorrow, don't you, Lee? She's going to be practising all bloody day tomorrow, speaking backwards so she can speak forwards using his voice.
Go forth and multiply, or you will be having 3 shredded wheat. The only problem is that you will be ingesting them through your...
Cat, can you control your data?
What?
Oh.
It's hurting my bloody head.
Sav, what are you sat on?
My chair.
Okay, just wanted to check.
Why?
And my mind's pure, don't worry.
That is good.
This is known throughout the universe.
This be true.
Still on the beer, Gary, at this time of night. At work in the morning.
Yeah, it's been a long time going, that.
You finished them 50 past quick though, didn't you?
Stage 1.
Stage 1.
They'll be done by Saturday.
What's stage 2 then?
Putting the bastards together.
Film 1.
No, strip them all out and then switches in. Strip all the USB leads, solder, ATI connections, glue, finish, polish, test.
What, 32-minute job then?
Yeah.
Does anyone recommend to pass through to a new user?
No.
No? No. Why? Why?
I think there's a big learning curve on them, really, and with all the low ATI, that's why I'm surprised they still sell. To be honest, with all the low ATI, low res ATIs and all that sort of stuff. Surprised they're still going.
A Volt though, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Then you put a low res ATI on it?
No, but new users do.
Well, that's true.
Now for coming up 3 years.
Sav and I have still got the 801 pass-throughs.
Crikey.
Yeah.
They're handy though if you just if you don't want to hunt around for a battery.
Well, that's it.
You're in front of your computer, just whack the thing.
I remember your review of those, Cat, as well.
I still think they're bloody good.
There's no such thing as a stupid question, but there's no shortage of inquisitive idiots.
That is very true.
I thought we were mates.
I was not inferring your question was stupid.
We haven't heard your question yet, so we don't know if it's stupid.
It might be very, very much stupid. Look what I just found.
Pussy! Thermals, do you get more ink can?
Where's he gone? What's he bloody doing playing at? Disappearing when I need to ask a question.
I don't know.
Okay, now think of another question then.
Once a night is good enough for me.
Yeah, but the anticipation.
Andy, shut up. Alright then, I'll ask the question.
So easy.
I know. I'll ask the question to Gary. And here is my question. Are you listening? Sitting comfortably? Good. Then I shall begin. Oh, he's back.
Of course I'm back.
Oh, that bloody time. Where you been, you git? Anyway.
Getting a cuppa.
Getting a cuppa.
Yeah.
God, that was almost Geordie then, wasn't it? Like Haze said. Question is, when you're making the mods, you like messing about with the DNA balls, don't you, Mark?
Yeah.
Have you ever messed about with a DNA ball, Gary? Fitted one.
No.
That satellite link just takes it.
Yeah. All I got was, Gary, have you ever messed about with?
DNA board. Death bugger. I thought you had infinity there.
I have.
I have. I'll share my speed.
See, nothing.
He keeps freezing if you look at him.
He does. I'm trying not to look at him. Daz, have a word with him, will you?
I'm
pink.
Sort that, Gary.
I'm still. I don't know. I bought this T-shirt after the holiday.
It shows.
No, I'm still waiting for my DNA board.
Right. Question is this: making a DNA mod, can you make that DNA mod a USB charged DNA mod?
Yeah, watch next week.
That's how I've got to wait. All I want to know is yes or fucking no.
I said yes, watch next week.
Alright, thank you.
You'll see me do it.
Okay, now, so you basically don't trust me?
What gave you that idea?
Got that one now. That's power mat charged.
That's what charged?
Power mat charged.
Oh,
you strap it onto a power mat and it charges inductively.
Yeah.
Inductive charging.
Like that.
That's clever.
It is.
That's what these will be if I can get it sorted. And I probably will sell them.
Power mats and whatnot.
Power mat on its own you can pick up for under £5.
Bloody hell. I think when we were playing with that sort of a couple of years ago, and back then they were like 100 quid a pop.
Yeah, I recommended about 80 quid or something on them.
Yeah.
But you can pick them up for under a £5 and that.
Yeah. So
with these DNA mods, these power mat things, do they have to be big and chunky, or can they be a smaller kind of thing, like what Gary does with the small box mod or the Altoid tin? Some of that size, I don't mean the actual tin.
yeah, that could be fairly small, but the charger on the actual mod part needs to be on the outside. It won't work through a metal case or anything like that. It needs to be in direct contact with the power mat. Otherwise, you just don't get the power.
Plastic box.
No, it'll need to be on the outside of the plastic box.
Is there much heat generation with those?
They get fairly warm, but not especially. When you pick them up, you can feel that they're warm, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So could you make one, say for argument's sake, with two 18350s in parallel?
In parallel, yes. You couldn't do it on any mod where they're in series, but you could do it in parallel.
Yeah. No, I don't mean sort of stacking
anything
like that, just, side by side.
Yeah, you could do it side by side. I mean, I could make this one shorter to 350s. But the DNA will struggle a bit with the 18350s.
Yeah.
It would.
Yeah. The DNA, to get full power out of it, you really need a decent battery. You need a good IMR, 2000 milliamps each at least.
Right,
really work well.
So two decent 18650s would be good enough for it then.
Yeah, the hybrid ones work really well. The ones cats like.
So when those things are fully charged, how long do they normally last?
It's got to be about 3 days, isn't it?
I get about 2 days out of them. But I have the DNA turned up quite high, so. You get a good 2 days out of a fully charged set.
Now, the DMA works on wattage, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than volts.
Yeah, it's wattage control.
So how many watts you putting in through that?
These are at 10 at the just over 10 at the minute.
So does that equate to around about 4.4, 4.5?
On this setup, because I haven't got my meter handy, closer to 5 watts. 5 volts.
You just love them red cards, Darren.
What? You what?
Don't you just love them red cards?
Oh, fabulous they are for stuff like this.
It's like dipshit, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
by the way, we tried your door, but you weren't in.
We waited the standard 3 seconds and ran away.
They didn't even knock, they just put it in the letterbox and run.
I love it that they'll say, we've got something for you. Oh, good. So why didn't you give it to me?
Yeah.
You have to go out and see if you can hunt Postman down and rugby tattled him to Flores
Oh.
and give it now.
My normal one is great. He's absolutely brilliant. But there's another one who comes in his absence, a young lad, and he just thinks he's it. When I first took out vaping and I missed the package and I went running after him, he wasn't going to give us it. I thought I was going to have to wrestle him for me little 510. He was like, no, I've done the card. I was like, I don't give a shit, mate. You're going nowhere until you give me that package. And I started to keep threatening him, saying, you're holding my package. You're breaking the law. I am going to report you. This idiot. He was just like, yeah, don't even bother signing for it. I was like, fine.
Yanti sponsors the Haze Hour on vaportrails.tv.
Do you want your cash to scratch a little bit further? Do you want a safer cig? Then you need Safer Cigs, a proud sponsor of vaportrails.tv. Go to www.safercigs.co.uk, stretchy man not included.
And now back to the Haze Hour, sponsored by Janty.
Pardon me.
Pardon you?
Oh, bless me, Father.
So
What?
Bless me,
Oh,
Father.
so you've got a...
You never say bless me, Father when you fart a lot.
No,
No, you just let it out. And...
in this house,
no, I normally say excuse me.
in this house, it's usually more tea, Vicar.
I tell you, Bob, I was going to show off my raspberries in a minute.
Go on then. I need a bloody good
Don't
laugh.
be bloody stupid. I'd rather be wearing a fleece jacket.
You just farted.
I sneezed at the same time.
You sneezed and farted at the same time.
Yeah,
I managed to stifle the sneeze, but I didn't stifle.
You can't stifle both ends at
I
once.
thought he looked a bit quiet, Ron.
Oh God! I've just
Come on,
woke
Coach.
him up. He fell asleep.
Yeah, he's struggling for breath.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Clear. Well, you know, I'm distantly related to him in the middle.
Mr. Dimblers.
I read the dandy. Although they're stopping that.
Oh.
And I get fucking hot under this wig.
Sorry if I sounded happy. My spheroid has been sent today.
Your spheroid.
Aye.
You want to see a doctor.
Oh God.
Who fell out? What's Lee?
That was Lee.
Welcome back, Lee.
It was me, yes.
Now you say you dropped out, Lee, and now I've got a white box. I've got to wait for the bloody camera to load, and it takes ages.
That's your PC.
Just leave my laptop alone.
The crap.
I'm not touching your laptop.
Yeah, don't you be talking about my PC, Barry Ripley. Thank you.
The crap top.
Barry, you do know that Gary's doing his shed out, right? Are you going to go down and have a look and do stuff with him? I think that'd be a good
Give him
idea.
tips on plasticine, yeah?
Yeah, go down, show him how to roll that plasticine properly.
And how to use a Pritt stick.
I can show him how to use a Pritt stick, alright.
You're an expert.
I'm a professional. I have plasticine, lots of that, in different colours.
Can you Pritt stick plasticine?
Yes. Makes it pretty sticky, though. It's a bloody nuisance, really.
What?
You're meant to be.
He's a good boy.
I'm talking to my friends on the internet.
Hello, Andy.
Welcome, Andy.
Hello.
Welcome to the madhouse.
Welcome, friend.
We've got Gary and Barry in tonight.
Have we?
Hi, Andy.
Hello, Barry.
Hi, Andrew.
Barry, isn't it? I can't tell the two apart. Which one's which?
I know, it's uncanny, isn't it?
Gary's the one not wearing glasses.
Ah, okay. Thanks for that one.
Oh dear.
Barry, I've got a question though. How did Mother allow you to start vaping? I wouldn't have thought that Mother was a smoker.
Mother smokes a pipe. She buys her leaf from a young chap round the corner. He usually stands on the corner. He sells it in little bags.
Is it green?
And the little pipes use little brass ones about that, little silver ones. And she said, if I keep my mouth shut, he will let me have a cigarette. I don't like cigarettes, as you know. So she bought me a look-alike. That's crap, by the way.
This is Barry's crack pipe hidden
So
inside
it's a
this
crack
cover.
pipe, is it? Yeah.
Did you watch your tin in your tip?
Pardon?
Did you watch your tin in your tip?
No, she watched me tip my tin though. She did say to me it was not very likely I'd ever get to know what real pussy's like, so I'd best stick with tin variety. I'm still not quite sure I know what she meant.
Oh no! It's so much,
You look correct, my dear.
So do you.
I do try.
Please tell me she doesn't make you wear that to bed. Please tell me she doesn't make you wear that to bed.
Nightly. She likes the smoothness of my forehead.
Who does?
You do. She does like a nice smoothness, you see.
Will you steam it up?
Yes. Don't try and cough when you've got teeth in. Sorry about that. Oh, that's bloody choking result. They keep sticking down my face. They didn't mind you.
Oh, dear.
Oh, God.
Yes?
Oh, no.
Stop that again.
Right. A pair of legs you just see walk past there. It wasn't the cat, that was the wife. She needs to shut up her legs.
God, I'm hot.
I thought it was
You're hot. How the fucking hell do you think I've been in this?
How the fuck do I feel? I've got a 400 million watt halogen light going in this fridge, yeah?
Oh, God, why have you got a halogen light going on?
How can you blame me for that one?
It's not, I don't think he is.
I've got a little lamp up there. I've got a fan behind me. I barely show the word fan, it comes back like a van. One of them things with the big blades that spin round quick.
Oh, I thought you meant a fan, like a screaming roadie.
No.
I was going to ask why you've got it in the corner.
Told you I'm not allowed to build pussy.
Oh, I was going to buy some of that this week.
What, real pussy? You're gay.
in the can formation.
Ah, the tin variety.
Yeah, the tin variety.
Yes, they've got it on offer in Tesco's at the moment, half price. 48 tins of it today.
How much is it a can?
67 pence.
Oh, that's all right, bloody hell.
But they're doing a pack of 4 for £3. You work that one out.
67
Yes.
75 pence.
So it's cheaper to buy 10 single cans.
It's cheaper to buy 10 single cans,
So,
yeah.
That's weird.
I went and bought 2 packs of 24 today, and I just made them do it at 10 at a time.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the lady sitting on the checkout looked like she had a face with a bulldog chewing a wasp.
Oh, God.
Made her work for a living bitch.
Bob, you just missed Barry.
Oh?
You just miss Barry. Barry will trust you as much as you trust Cat not to record everything we say.
Is there anybody there?
I'm going to have to save that. And when my wife says to me, can you remember the first moment we met?
wouldn't care. I'm looking really looking, thinking, well, where's the ghost?
Oh, what was that one they a load of people on YouTube, like YouTube film their kids and showed them something like that.
On the maze.
And watch their reaction from the kids.
Yeah, they did the maze, didn't they?
Yeah.
There was one someone got of us as well. It was like a woman in a rocking chair, and they were like, look closely and turn the volume up, look really, really close, and then next thing his face comes out and then shit.
Frozen.
No,
No,
I'm
I'm
just
just sitting
looking
very
at
still.
the tablet. I can be very still when I want to.
not 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, my heart's still trying to get back to normal over that.
Oh, I did that last night. We got the rabbit in the house because of all the stuff that's gone on here, and I can sleep like a log. But as soon as if I think I hear something downstairs, I just jump up out of bed, and totally involuntary, and 9 times out of 10 naked. And I had the rabbit downstairs. The rabbit was moving around in its cage. Apparently my wife said I bolted upright and just jumped up and ran downstairs last night. I was still asleep.
Leaps into action, still asleep.
I did it now when we lived in a flat. Apparently the fire alarm went off once. I jumped out of bed and went out in the hallway. So that was start bullet naked. Greeted by a next door neighbour. Didn't speak to him after that.
I wonder why.
Apparently I give her a black eye.
No, you didn't mention the violence. I'm not going to ask which bit of you gave her a black eye.
I was going to say my hands were fine, but...
Well, I was just watching this Jakey Ghost thing. But sorry, mate, what was you saying, Kat?
You look just like that Les Dawson character that he used to do years ago. What was it? Somebody small piece. The pervert.
We don't have a small piece. Bloody cheap.
I think he looks like that bloke in the wheelchair off Little Britain.
I don't know, we never see our two together.
My mind's a blank.
Yeah. Well, I asked if you had any ideas, not the state of your mind, Daz. We know that.
God, he's all just so nice to me.
So how many calls a day do you get?
It varies. It depends on the volume. So we're coming up to September, and we will get busy because the new registers come out, and that's when people start to pick up the phone and want an insurance quote. Other than
You
that,
sure it's an insurance line and not sex chat?
no, it isn't.
No, 0909 number.
No.
Oh, that's far too big for me. Can you get it any smaller? Oh, go on, try, please.
Terry's clearly a master in the subject, you see.
I'm tapping away frantically and I'm trying to, but I just can't get it any smaller than that for you. You're just going to have to accept it.
And it's without protection. It's unprotected.
Sorry, guys.
Would you like a third party involved in that?
Oh, God.
Far in theft would be pushing it, really, wouldn't it?
Is there anybody there?
The Haze Hour was sponsored by Janty, pioneers in electronic cigarettes.